Hello, my name is Aditya Nigam. Today I'm going to demonstrate in front of you how we can use Zoom app as well as use iPad along with this app Notability so as to conduct online classes in an efficient manner. So here is actually the Zoom app. I'm opening it, and in my iPad I can schedule new meetings, or I can schedule actually a meeting. So here you can see that this is a way by which I can schedule any meeting. There you can see that I can select whatever the time, date, whenever you want. In Zoom, 45 minute session is actually free, so you can use that. After that, if you wanted to conduct classes longer than that, then you will have to create another session, or you'll have to purchase it. Time zone, repeat, so you can, depending upon your class and your schedule, you can repeat it depending upon every day, every week or so. You can set it in your calendar as well, the event. And you can use this personal meeting ID. So this personal meeting ID is actually a unique ID, so whenever you register in Zoom, subscribe to it, it's a free subscription, then you are going to get this personal meeting ID, and this personal meeting ID is going to be fixed. And whatever the links that are going to be generated for any of your event or the meeting or the class that you wanted to schedule, it is going to be a single fixed schedule, a single fixed link, and you just have to share that link to each and everyone. By default it's being said that you require a passcode, and along with that certain other options that you can select along, host video on, participant video on when they are going to attend your class. You can allow hosts, you can allow your students to join the class before you. And you can also even set that recording of this meeting directly on. So by default, if you set this as on, then recording will be started and it's going to be recorded in your local computer. So once your class or your meeting got recorded, you can download or maybe upload that thing to YouTube wherever you want. Once it is done, you fix it and then you can save. Here your options are given, so once you save, at that point of, and then it's going to give you a link by which you can share it to whatever, to your whole class, and then your class only have to have this Zoom app and just click on that link, and your scheduled time your class they can attend. What I'm going to show right now is that how to initiate a new meeting. You just initiate a new meeting. It's going to be along with your PMI, and just start this meeting. I'm going to show that, yeah, after starting this meeting, you can see that there is this red button by which you can say that when to connect and end. You have to use the call using internet audio because we are going to use this. Now you can see that as soon as you are connected, your your photograph that you have registered in Zoom, it's going to be there. Along with that, you can see all of the participants that you want to join your classes. They all are here, so you can invite. So once you say that I wanted to invite, you can send it to an email, and here you can write your class ID or the class single class email ID, and this is the whole link you can see, and meeting and passcodes and all, and you are done. You just have to send that thing and you are done. Similarly, you can mute other participants or all others to say unmute, whatever the things that you have. You want your class to be managed, and you can manage from here. Along with that, there is another thing that one can see is that you can have chat. So during the class, if you wanted to talk to class, you can talk, but mostly students used to write their doubts without disturbing the class silently here. And in between, while teaching, if you see that any chat is coming, you can answer from here. Meeting setting, anyways, I have shown. This is some small thing that's actually the virtual background that you can use. And using this virtual background, you can also change and accordingly the way, you can add new images as well if you want. The most important thing is that, and here you can mute and unmute yourself as well as start your video and all. The most important thing is that once you wanted to share your content, and most of the time the way in which you wanted to share your content is going to be your screen or photographs. So you have multiple photographs in your device that you want to show, or you can have multiple whiteboards or Dropbox or whatever. So mostly I only require screen sharing. As soon as I say that my screen sharing has to be enabled, and now you can see that my screen is being shared to all of the persons that are being there. And as soon it's being done, you can see that now whatever I'm going to do on my screen, everything is going to be shown to my student. So this is the first part in which I wanted to show that how you can use Zoom app. It's super simple. You can use it for all of your just share the link and to all of your class students, and handle in this simple way. Now I'm going to show that how we can use this Notability app, and using this Notability app how we can manage our class in the best possible way. So this is actually the software stack and the hardware stack that I am using. You require iPad for this and Notability app for this, and Zoom is just to connect to the students. Once you connect via Zoom, share your screen, and along with that you just have to start this Notability app. Now this Notability app, you see that that's my deep learning classes, in which if I go and open, suppose that my GAN lecture. So here all of my lectures that I wanted to somehow share, it's everything is actually being written over here. Now you can see that there are multiple things, and the good thing about this lecture mode is that I am having this is actually the laser and hold laser and the trail. So what if you just make it like this, then it will show you like this, which is saying that I'm not showing you the whole trail of my laser beam. If you make it on, then you can write like this, and it's got holded over there. So if you wanted to get it holded, then you can use this trailing bar as well. So now what you can do are multiple apps which are multiple options which are actually being there. One is that you can use this, and you just have to pre-write whatever the things. In fact, this is also going to work over any slide whatever you have. You just have to import that slide into the Notability app, and you are done. You just have to write over the slides the way in which you want. If you have notes, I usually prepare all the notes a priori, and given such notes, I'll just say that okay, this is my elbow, this is my reconstruction, and this is my KL divergence losses, and then you can see that that's the expectation over this. So now you see that how easy it is to interact with my notes. Very easy. If I wanted to write something over my note, then I can directly use this writing tool, and big or small, whatever the size of your point that you want, and then you can write like this. Similarly, in the case of KL divergence, here you can write this wherever you want. You can write. This is actually the highlighting tool. So suppose that you wanted to highlight certain things while teaching. During teaching, if you wanted to highlight, it can highlight. This is the undo tool, and that's it. Pretty most, I mean, these are the things when you are teaching you actually require. I can also show that, suppose that if I have a pointer like this, right now it's too many things which are written over here. Let me show some the place where I was using data structure. So here you can see that um suppose that if I am teaching this hashing, then I wanted to highlight this. This is actually a PDF or PPT, whatever the thing that you want. PPT has to be converted into PDF, then only it's going to be imported in this Notability app. And then inside this, suppose that I'm using this pointer, I can use this pointer in whatever ways I want. I can, during teaching, I can highlight whatever the things that I want. I can write over that. I can draw multiple shapes. So suppose that I wanted to write it like this and hold it for some amount of time, it actually becomes a nice and easy square for me. If I wanted to show something like this, it's going to be converted to a circle. And if you wanted to, so there are multiple colors, you can use all these colors. You have cursive writing. So if you wanted to use cursive writing, so you can see that the difference between this and this. Yeah, So that is the pretty much use that I want to say. Notability, you are going to get all of your classes and the things that you wanted to use for your teaching, whatever multiple courses that you are having, you can arrange. Like in data structure, all these things are there that I used to teach. And maybe when I'm teaching data deep learning, then all of these things are actually that I require and that I use. One important thing before going to close, I wanted to show that this is super easy and most efficient way in which you can you can edit your students research paper. Now suppose that if I open, say, some of my students certain paper, then you can see that this is the thing that they used to give me. Over that I keep on writing whatever I want, keep on annotating. Once it's got annotated, I just have to come over here, and yes, just I have to email, and just select and just email. I mean, just right now you are seeing it. Once I am done with this, you just send an email to that guy, which is going to be having the all the corrections which are being there. So whatever the students that you have, for each and every student I have a folder, and for all of their papers they are actually being, so you can edit the images, you can edit the text, you can give them whatever the type of feedback that they want. They used to give you certain times figures like this, and you just have to update that, and quite easily you can do that. So for every student you can have figures, you can edit them in the best possible way. So that's why I wanted to say that not only for teaching, if you really wanted to do any type of feedback that you wanted to give to your research students in the form of figures, in the form of text, this is the best possible tool that we have right now. There is another tool that is Good Notes, and there are multiple tools which are being coming. These are the writing apps, so they all are equivalent. For me, I have chosen Notability. You can choose any other, but Notability, what I have seen, is good. It's actually a paid app, and one time payment, you will have to pay around 7 or 800 rupees for this. Thank you.